I believe I am live again. Maybe. Alrighty. Today I don't have a real game plan, but I have this big old box of stuff that I have bought throughout the week and weekend, as well as all of my paint stuff has come in. I would like to get to painting, but I am I don't even know what I was saying. I would like to get the painting, but I am unsure how the setup will go, I guess, for the airbrush and all that. Um, at some point, I just got back for the weekend, last night. I need to move around my room here. I have another table that I was planning on painting on, but I don't know. I would like to just get the painting, so I may not even do that. I may just break out the airbrush and prime some stuff just to see what it's like, I guess. Um, but for now, I'll just start showing off some stuff that I got. The biggest one that I'm quite happy with, despite it just being like the regular price. Yeah, right in front of my face. So you can't see it or hear me. I got a Shieldbreaker Strike Force from a local gaming store. Um, it wasn't marked up like everything is online, and pretty much because of that, I think I've decided with some stuff in here, and then now some other stuff that I bought, I'm going to be painting all of my Space Marines as Imperial Fists, and sure, pretty happy with that. I don't know if I'm even gonna touch this one today. I have a lot of Leviathan box to go through yet, but I got more Space Marines. Set that aside. Big ol' box paints. A lot of people have said good things about the new Speed Painter set, so bought it last week. I was waiting for it to come in. Finally have it. Just toss these brush and all this with my other brushes and whatever. Really sticky. Actually, I could probably. I don't know that this will work either. Uh, that takes up a lot of room on my desk, and that's upside down for you guys. Get out of there. Trash. Nice. I'm just gonna put it off the top. Oh, that is a jumbled mess. And it smells like paint, which really nothing's open in there, but it smells like it maybe. In addition to this, let me set that down. I also got airbrush thinner that will come in handy in a second, as well as airbrush cleaner. I will show you why also in a moment. Got a couple things from a local game store here. I got also war paint, gloss varnish. I've been told that this is really good for applying the transfers. For putting any of these down, I've been told that this is super good for helping apply these. So, and I knew that I wanted to use these, so I got that. This is the only Citadel paint I got. It is the Imperial Fist Contrast. Some of the painting videos I've seen have used this, and it looks really good. Painted over a magenta. It uses that shading effect that I've mentioned before, so that hopefully comes in handy. Yeah, I've seen it used well. It looks good. As well as finally got some primer. I wanted white. I believe this kit came with gray. And gray's great for, I can use the gray on all of my Tyranids, but because I'm going to be painting a lot of yellow, and I want the yellows to really pop, come out bright, I got matte white for that. That's all the paint stuff that I got. So I'm setting aside the one unit that I bought, because me and Spartan cannot go to a game store without buying a unit, according to him. And I'm abiding by it so far. Let me move this stuff. I will just deal with this in a moment. Screw it. It can all just go there. Set this on here super terribly. Set it aside. Nope, not the dresser. That button. These I will actually be using today. I'll pull those out in a minute. That's just stuff from local hardware store. I don't remember if I showed these. I just got some basic brushes. Tack. I've been told that is very helpful for sticking stuff while painting. Then a really fine brush. Also setting all these aside. More airbrush cleaning stuff. It's a little kit. Just use that airbrush cleaner in. And where I haven't shown you an airbrush yet. Hey, people. Hey, I didn't even notice your chat because I'm still unboxing stuff. This airbrush cleaner kit came with these little brushes to clean inside of it, and then bring this down. I don't really know how some of this works. Got little pad things. I think these are just the handles we put on this. Oh, that is glass. I did not know that that was glass. That's just for me to spray the cleaner through the gun into. Again, just cleaner stuff. Oh, hey, that's where those filters go. I dropped that. Okay, so that's where those little filters go then. That explains that. I believe this all just goes together like this. And I'll grab an airbrush. I'll show you an airbrush. I actually got two. Yeah, this one, it was really cheap. See or heard really good things about it though. It's just like the recommended on Amazon. I don't even see a brand name on it, but I've heard good things. It was like 15 bucks. I'm not even gonna open that one yet because I intend to use that one. This one, slightly fancier. What is that? Gallery box instructions. Foam. Yeah, here. Um, I don't even know what that is. Oh, lube, and then it comes with an extra needle because it's already assembled. With an extra needle, a little taller tank, some stuff like that. Oh, some little extra gaskets and stuff. That's nice. I believe with this guy, this is intended to just be able to sit in there when I'm not using it, and I just can sit on my desk, just like that. I need to get a better working area going for when I plan on actually airbrushing. There's a few little bits and pieces that I'm actually not sure of. Oh, and another nozzle. Oh wow, this kit's actually pretty nice. It came with an extra of most of the things, it seems like. Well, this is detachable. Little base. Okay. Toss that back. And toss this stuff aside. The airbrush can pretty much use anything that's just thin enough to run through it. Everything that I have is this army painter stuff. Did I not leave any of them out? I didn't leave any of them out. This giant box down here. These are all mostly acrylic paints, but it can just be dumped into that little thing on top. And then it's got really nice control. I haven't used it yet, but every video that I've watched and everything shows that like just depressing the little top trigger lets air flow through it. So you just hold that down, and then when you go to spray, you just slowly pull it back, and the more you pull back, it'll spray bigger. So just got to put paint on the top, and then I have a paint thinner as well. So if I want to spray like real thinly, like thin layers, it's exactly what this is. It's just more basically of the liquid, like non-pigmented side of the paint. I can just put both of these in that little cup, and it will spray real thin on there. Trash. I'm gonna accumulate a bunch of trash. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most paints can be run through airbrushes. Um, because these were like marketed towards modeling, they should say it for the tips. They should be like 0.2. This one's a 0.35 tip, 0.35 millimeter tip, which I guess is a pretty fine tip. So you gotta be really thin. But some of the bigger ones that can like eat bigger paint, um, are whatever, just bigger that way. I keep dropping stuff. Let's go with this. I don't, again, I don't know if I'm going to break out the airbrush today. I might set up my desk and everything differently before I use it, just so I'm not spraying in front of my very nice gaming PC setup. From what I've heard, there's not really hardly any overspray with something like the little airbrushes. Like, you don't really have to worry about it too much, but this is my nicer stuff. So I have a dining table that I plan on putting this desk putting my dining table here, setting up my paint, and hopefully my camera can be up next to it. I'll basically have to redo my setup here, which is kind of unfortunate because my lease ends this month and I'll be moving. Well, lease is up, but I'm not. I'll be moving in the next month or two. I don't know. My lease people weren't here today. They're closed on Mondays, so I wasn't able to talk with them. Now, the big guy. This is what I spent the most money on. The airbrushes themselves seem to be pretty cheap, honestly, compared to the rest of the setups, which surprised me, I guess. This is too big to. This is way too big to like really fit on camera. Haha. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch that back. So, compressor. This guy was the expensive bit of the whole thing. Just a little air compressor, a little tank. I paid extra on this compared to some others, mostly because I'm hoping it's not too loud, and from what I've heard, this one's not too bad. Sure, it seems pretty simple to set up though. Just plug this in, and then I believe my air hose goes into this guy. Or is that my relief? That might be my relief. Oh, here. Air hose goes in the end, and then I've got a regulator already attached to it that will regulate my actual pressure. Most people paint like 1 to 1.5 bar, so it does have PSI, but I mean it's also marked in bar, which makes that easy. So at some point I'll be setting this up. I should have an extra plug in here. Luckily my computer's on a different circuit. Hopefully this doesn't pop a fuse again. My computer alone was doing that at one point. But sure. That seems pretty easy to set up and use actually. It actually seems pretty mobile and easy to reset up if I ever need to. That's all I really got for now. Hose it came with. Now, oh yeah, actually, I do have a few more things because this is what I'll probably be mostly doing again today. Despite really wanting to paint, I only have a little squad of the Infernus Marines, just de-sprued and like sanded down, and then I have a librarian and my dreadnought are the only things that I have like ready for paint, which I guess I could prime at least, but that would require me setting that up, and I don't know if I want to do that right now. What I think I'm going to do is cut some of these down. That is just some 400 and 600 grit sandpaper, a little sanding block to put that on, which is, it's as big as they had, but it's much smaller than the paper that I got. I don't know how quiet I am because my mic was way away from me. Get some sandpaper in there. And then for actually playing, which I'm always away from playing, I got a little mini tape because the entire game is played within a 4 foot by 6 foot area. So I just got a 6 foot tape. And keychain. Funny enough, I might actually paint this up to be similar to my army. Ooh, that could actually be a good first test bit. I might do that. That's kind of funny to me. Yeah, I might paint this up as in my army's colors. I mean, I'll figure out if this is a sticker or not. It is a sticker. Get off of there. I could use this as like a little test bed thing for something to paint first. Okay. I'm gonna grab some scissors real quick and then see how long that takes me. I will grab some scissors so I can cut up my sandpaper, and unfortunately I will be back to the boring part of sanding forever and ever. It looks like I'm down to, I think it was like 2 more little squads and then 2 more characters. So hopefully oh uh I I spent like $240 on this one because like strictly because it was like the best rating for quietness and it had a tank, which is nice for it not running constantly whenever I'm spraying. It should be able to build up pressure and just regulate from there. Um, but sure. Yeah, I'm gonna grab those scissors here in a sec. Ah. Yeah. Oh, hey, I didn't even mention the last thing that I got from that game store, because me and Damien keep mentioning that every time we go to a game store, we have to buy something, some kind of model. How about a captain? Because it came in a little bitty thing, and I didn't have to spend much. But it doesn't mean anything to like you, Chan, because you're not playing. But the army that I'm playing as, they have a special stratagem, or not stratagem. Stratagems are the things you use during the game, but like a special thing that you can equip to a character before the game for a few points that only works on things in Gravis armor. So I bought a captain in Gravis armor. Says that right there in the middle. Just captain in Gravis armor. So sure. I don't think I'm gonna be building any of this extra stuff until after I'm done with at least the Space Marine side of Leviathan. So I'm gonna get pushing on that because I would like to yeah, they have game like Warhammer events there, or not events, but nights, like you can just meet up and casually play like every other week or so. So yeah, it's semi-regular at that game store, and that place is like it's between me and my work, like it's very close. So I can do that, or Damien is Damien's building an army of Necrons. Kyle Moore is building an army of. They're also Space Marines, but they are the Space Wolves. They're like a separate detachment. They actually have their own rules separately. Like mine falls under the Space Marine rules, His is its own separate detachment, um, to where like he falls under different rules, even though he's Space Marines. Um, I think um Michael Steele. I think he was even starting to do some of it, but he's like just 3D printing his models. So like if you go to any of the official events, you can't use 3D printed army models. I think most of their like terrain and stuff, whatever that they use for like the map, is all either custom made, 3D printed, whatever. But you're not allowed to use 3D printed models in those events. So I'm overspending to get the official models, but it's what you have to do, and I like them. Sure. We got scissors. My normal scissors are gone. All I got are my mustache scissors. That'll work. Okay. I don't mind cutting the extra little strips off of this because the little like side strip that I'm gonna have to cut off is nice to have for getting into grooves. So even though this is much bigger, just gonna crease that there. Cut down that strip roughly on that line. A little touch wider actually, just in case. It's arts and crafts time. When I went to that game store, I spent like, I don't know, 30 minutes talking to one of the ladies that works there. She has 4 armies, and she was showing me some of the stuff she has painted up, and she is probably a better painter than I will ever be, no matter how much I do this. It's kind of cool to see though. Took that way back in there, because why not? That is further that way, but whatever. Get in there. Ah, get off of me. This block is super stiff, which I like, but I gotta get this in before I can use. Cooperate, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, please. Oh, come on. I am aware I'm no longer on camera, but it's a circle. Of course. That is just a hair too long. Pain in the butt. Later. There we go. Is a good block O sandpaper. Fully on there. I'm gonna set these aside. I might want that strip, but I don't know what to do with it yet. Set that. And then I might also even leave that like up and available so I can get off of me. So I can sand with it. A box. I think if I do some of this, I could probably sand right on this for some of these real fine things because it's 600 grit, super soft. Anyway, maybe I can stay like right there. This guy can get tossed down there. I'm curious what I should do with this because I really do like the idea now of painting this. Pull this little keychain off. Get out of there. There we go. Set that aside. I think it's almost a joke too, but I think I really will paint this little tape measure first because I also wanted to try transfers, and I can try a transfer right on that. Ooh, something I don't have that I might like use on this. Some masking tape. Some masking tape might be nice. Why do I not have masking tape? That is a failure on my part. I know that Spartan isn't here. I might make him one of these for Necrons as well. Just because I find the little side project stuff to be neat as well. At some point I want to do a custom dice tray that I think will be cool. That way up there. Get the wiggle mat. About there-ish. Just crooked. No. Nope. Good enough. Space Marines. Let's take a look at what I have to do. I can also grab my bookie book over there. I like this Terminator armor one. I believe it's a captain in Terminator armor, which I can do. Or is this the captain? That might be the captain. This might just be a guy in Terminator armor. I don't know. Let me grab my book. Oh yeah. I also, let me swap screens back. Back over here. I also got double the Tyranids. Twice. That is another Leviathan box worth of Tyranids. Tyranids, not Terminids. Okay. So starting at the front, back to the desk. That guy is a captain in Terminator armor, which looks pretty simple actually. I can, oops, start there. If my book cooperates, it does not want to fold that way. Do it anyway. And ask if you wanted to. I said to do it. Book there. I believe this is part of him. This is most of him. What's it say? Where's his head? I don't see a head on here. Oh, his head's down here. Is the whole thing on here? He might only be on this, which could be nice. Set all these aside then. The mess I have going on in here right now. Sure, let's get started. I'll push my mic a little bit away, and sorry about it, but I am going to start a YouTube video right away this time, because last time I said it like 10 times and I just never did it. Start that and then turn it down. Start.
At Play on Tabletop, our mission is to inspire people to
turn down.
We love to show beautiful armies and great players, as well
as
fantastic battlefields, to really forge the narrative we all create in our heads when we play a game of
Warhammer.
Today's matchup is no different.
12, 13, 14 is my starts.
Takes on Kaylee, better known to her legions of followers as Nurgle Snurgle, in what promises to be a beautiful display of tactics and hobby skill. This is 40K in 40 minutes. Nurgle versus Orcs.
12.
The boys play on here, and boy howdy do we have
12.
a game for you today. Nurgle Snurgle takes on the War Mistress in a battle of beautifully painted army.
12.
That's not all. Both are
and
this promises
12.
to be a tactical throwdown for the
Back on Play on Tabletop, and this time I brought my orcs, and I'm so excited because I finally
13.
good friend Nurgle Snurgle, aka Kaylee, and I'm really excited to see what
13. I can't fit my scissors in there. Skizzers.
You name it, she's done it. She brings her stellar orcs today to square off against Kaylee, aka Nurgle Snurgle, who is a newcomer to our channel, but not so to the hobby.
Hi, I'm Kaylee, also known as Nurgle Snurgle.
You can find her on Instagram, YouTube, and she's half of the Chaos Divided podcast. She brings her beautiful Nurgle demons today to do battle on our field of honor.
I am here to face Tanya, the War Mistress, and her beautiful orcs, and just kind of smash our army together and see where we go from there.
Tanya's orcs, fittingly titled "If You Want Peace, Prepare for War," consists of Gazgul Thraka, Mothron a war boss, and a war boss in mega armor with Follow Me Lads. She's got 10 Beast Nega boys, 2 trucks, a squad of Gretchen, some Grot tanks, commandos, a small squad of Mega Knobs, slightly larger squad of Mega Knob, a Mecha Dread, some Knob, Big Hog Boys,
Step 1.
squads of Storm Boys, and a squad of War Bikers.
I've also bought
15 and 16.
They're adorable tanks, and they have a little bit of a janky rule in which they can actually move if things move within 9 inches of them. So I'm hoping that they're going to be my MVP for this game, just zipping around the board and scoring me points.
And
As soon as I saw Adrian, I instantly fell in love with Nurgle. I knew that this was my army for me, and I was keeping it up, and I knew, let's continue. And my army, just like Nurgle, just grew and grew and grew.
Kaylee, or as I'm going to say for the rest of this game, Snurgle, has Bellicor, a great unclean one with the Endless Gift, Horticulus Slimux, Rodigus, a Spoilpox Scrivener, 2 squads of Nurglings, 3 squads of Plague Bearers, a 2-man Beast of Nurgle squad, a single Beast of Nurgle,
got 2.
and a Soul Grinder.
I've been playing orcs a lot lately, and this particular list struggles a little bit to kill things. And Kaylee is
17 and 19, I believe.
Definitely goes to Tanya. However, as far as
Oh, and
durability
18, yep.
goes, Nurgle is incredibly tough to shift. The war of attrition cannot be won by the orcs. This should prove an interesting tactical matchup.
So really, I guess what I'm trying to say
17.
is that the real orc strategy is to call the wah!
Our mission today is search and destroy deployment. So it's table quarters with a short distance between each other to get to Crumpin' Good. Scorched Earth is our mission. 5 points per objective, up to 10 per turn. Plus, you have the ability to burn down objectives and remove them for points. Our mission special rule is supply line, so holding your home objective on a 4+ will give you an extra command point.
Ready to see her green tide versus my greenish tide. Chunk it out. I am concerned about Gasol a little bit. And then I saw like a big model in her army, so I'm excited to see maybe some squigs go against some Nurglings. I think that'd be really cute.
Tanya's chosen fixed secondaries for this mission. She's got engaged up fronts and deploy homers. Spear deployment allows her to get engaged up fronts really quick, so that's a bit a lot. However, the short distance really does favor an assault army, so fixed is an interesting choice. She's got a plan, though. 3 squads of Storm Boys to Deep Strike should be able to get her deploying teleport homers as often as possible, as well as engage at all fronts.
Nurgle, welcome to playing on tabletop.
Thank you for the invite.
I'm so excited that I get to play you for the very first time, and we get to play our very colorful armies. I'm bringing Nurgle, go figure. I got
Oh, you told me those dice were cursed.
Oh, this is the only 6 I roll.
19,
She's put her
20.
beast nagas into a truck. The knobs are going in the truck with the war boss. Mega knobs and mega boss with follow me lads are going to be hoofing it up the table. And Gaza is riding with a couple of mega knobs. The Spoilpox Scrivener is going with a unit of Plague Bearers, and Horticulus Slimux is riding along with his couple of beasts. Kaylee's decided to put the Great Unclean One and Rodigus into Deep Strike, as well as the 2-man unit of Beasts of Nurgle with Horticulus Slimux attached, as well as a unit of Plague Bearers. That's just under 1,000 points. Teddy's got 2 units of Storm Boys in Deep Strike.
Commandos are...
I'm gonna lead with Big Boy himself right in the corner there. Maryland, they're just gonna find a little corner here.
Okay.
My other Nurgle.
And lastly, 23.
Well, Bellicor looks a little lonely here, so I'm gonna bring.
That's an empty sprue already.
With the script.
That is right on my walking path. I'm sure that will annoy me later. It's the last step. These are together with that guy. Yep. Oh, hiccup. Okay. I'm just gonna get started with some of this.
And my last
The stickiest of all of them.
yes. He's my Slimer of cities.
This is a very deliberate deployment for both players. Neither one is telegraphing any moves early, as both are aware that this game could hinge on a single charge or die roll. This is a very cagey deployment for both players and sets up what could be a real back-and-forth tactical game.
Already, I might need a file. Should have a flat one around here somewhere. There we go.
Second, however, I've looked at my stats, my games that I've played, and I do a lot better going first. So I guess first, but I would like you to go first. Yeah, so that I come closer to your slow guys.
It's like, you know my plan. Good luck. Oh my.
I guess I'm going first.
Okay.
All right, you get.
Are you sure these aren't cursed? I'm happy that I'm going second because Tanya is going first. So I just kind of want to watch her put her models, and I just want to react to what she's doing.
This episode is brought to you by Frontline Gaming and their full-color MDF terrain buildings. Frontline Gaming full-color terrain requires absolutely no painting. Just assemble it, and it looks fantastic on the tabletop, ready to transform your games into full-on immersive experiences. These sets look better than pro-painted with high-definition color, and it's easy to build to get your games looking great quickly. Honestly, pictures do not do them justice. All the terrain is manufactured in the USA by passionate hobbyists, and is designed to not only look great, but also to be fun and easy to use in your games. Make sure to check out the affiliate link in the description below for all your hobby needs. Now, back to the action. Looks like Tanya's got the first turn and has decided not to call the wah. That makes sense, as nothing is really close to her at all.
So I'm a defensive and reactive player, and going first for me is always a little bit scary. However, I know my brain knows that going first is really good for me as an orc player because I can get a lot of board control, but my heart is very scared of this. I'm going to start with one command point. Authority.
4-up mission roll for an extra command point succeeds. She's at 2, Snurgle's at 1.
I'm going to start by advancing my mecha dread. So I'm just going to do 10 inches. And now they're going to. Okay.
I wonder.
Advance up toward the foe seems short of the day. You gotta get closer to hit him with a choppas.
I'm just folding up the strip that I cut off of the other sandpaper. So hopefully I can use this in some smaller areas that I have here.
With the same dice?
Truck rolls up to do deploy homers, and that's it for her shooting phase.
And that's going to be it for me.
No shooting?
No, yeah, everybody agrees. Good.
There's no charge and no fight phase.
I'm going to put my Bellacore up into Heat Strike and bring them down a little bit closer so I can get those commandos. They're pretty sneaky.
Bellacore gets to pick up and come back because of Realm of Chaos for 1 command point. Snurgle also pulls for Plague Bearers. Oh boy, here come the shenanigans. This is a solid decision in my mind. It means she can pressure from sharp angles and really force Tanya to be wary of her ability to be exactly where she needs to. It may not be the most advantageous this turn. However, Realm of Chaos to pick up 2 units really puts the idea in Tanya's mind that the demons can come from anywhere, and it will force her to be wary of them. Tanya does score 2 points on engage and 3 on homers to be up 5-0 at the end of her half of turn 1.
That's a big old chunk of sprue. There.
Yes. Yes, I am.
She draws area denial and capture enemy outpost. Not great draws this early.
Okay, let's see what I can do. Okay. So I pulled probably the worst secondary that I could probably pull. I'm okay with that. It's just the first turn.
Belgor's using Reef and Shade, so minimizing being targeted when he comes back on the board.
These guys are just gonna go more
Oh,
in the back.
okay.
Yeah, they need to hide.
The Plague Bearers and the Scrivener advance, as holding the objective with Infected Outbreak is a good thing, and a gooey thing. She's going to hold that till Tanya takes it away.
The Nightlings are just going to move just onto the line. Don't know what's going to happen. Let's put the program there.
Bellacore and the Plague Bearers come back in.
This where the sprue cutoff is super close to this little bitty skull. This armor. Yeah, focus. Yeah, that little bitty skull. I'm trying to cut that thing out. Not easy.
Take just 2 damage, and that leaves one of the knobs on a wound. Bellacore fires into the Mecha Dread, trying to strip some wounds off it.
Nope. Down to
Some charges.
Okay.
Make sure Bellacore gets in there.
Okay.
Bellacore charges the commandos. The Plague Bearers are in as well. Bellacore sweeping attack into the commandos. Teddy game with Artist Nails for command point. Only 3, and the knob is dead. Plague Bearers now. Can they kill him?
If you can play on.
Yes, they do.
The commandos are gone, but I'm not really that upset about it. So something has to die every turn in an orc army, so it might as well be something that I've chosen to let go. And that is what the commandos were, unfortunately. But they'll be back in the next game. Not this one, but
That was a cautious but intensely focused turn 1. Both players being very smart with how much they're willing to push forward. Snurgle's keeping capture enemy outposts. It is such a great secondary late game, and it's 8 points. But I think scoring 5 now instead of 8 later is usually a better option. It may have been better for Snurgle to discard both objectives, but only time will tell. Tanya's turn 2 now, 10 points on prime.
This is terrible.
Also gets an extra command point. She's up to 3, same as Snurgle. No law this turn. Interesting. This is a really risky play, as she's not going to have any defense from high AP anything without that 5-up invulnerable save, and Snurgle can bring in everything this following turn. It could be a huge upswing for her, though, on turn 3, so we may be in for
There we
another
go, it's gone.
turn. Looks like Tanya's
Pain in the
moving
butt, and I
on.
scratched my little knee pad here.
Snurgle's deep strikes. If she can score
Something
as much
that
as possible through the
knocked
first
anything
three
off
turns,
though, luckily.
could potentially build an insurmountable lead.
for the moment at least, Bellacore is safely tucked away in a corner. This is going to allow me a little bit more time to continue to screen out the board, keep pushing him away. This screening is going to be a lot more difficult because it is 6 inches, but I think that I still have enough tools on the board. I've got enough units that I should be able to push out a little bit farther just to save 3 of the objectives at least. I'm going to throw my bomb to get that your plate.
Oh, I get to make squeak noises.
Yes, done. How many does it do? 2. 2. That will still work.
I'm going to advance my warbinder.
No key.
They're going to go 15.
Storm Boys deep strike into Nurgle's deployment zone. There's some big potential points for deploying homers, and it's a unit for engage.
Oh, I'm gonna go into my shooting phase.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Tigers fire the Nurglings some incidental damage at best.
5 pistols, like from my Beast Mega Boys and Nurglings.
Okay.
Beast Nagas are the same Nurglings, 1 base and a wounded one.
Yeah, I'm gonna try shooting the Mecha Dread into this Nurgling squad.
Not the snot kids.
The Mecha Dread into the Nurglings, that's a dead base. Storm Boys do deploy homers for 5, and they are the extra engage points. Charge phase now, and the Beast Naga Boys charge the Nurglings.
So
Okay.
you're minus
Okay, 4. And now I need 2.
6s. Make 1.
Yes.
So
So
1 is still alive.
okay,
With 2.
I'll roll this first.
Yeah.
And then I'll roll this. And this.
That's a lot of 5s.
Another one. Another sprue right next to little skull. I hate it.
Again, being picked up. Maximizing what she can score is huge here for Tanya. She will not win the attrition game. If the secondaries don't start flowing for Snurgle, this could be a quick one. What demonic trickery does she have up her sleeve?
I've never played against another defensive player, so it's really interesting to see some of the same ideas through the player on the other side of the table from me. So I'm really interested to see what she's going to do with these big models, and to be honest, they do kind of scare me.
Tanya had me call the law in turn 2. Kind of happy about that because I just didn't want her fully into my face. She's really screening me out really well. I wonder how it's gonna look.
It's gone. Don't see the other sprue marks right now. There's one.
No 4-up for an extra command point, and she draws it to defend Stronghold to go along with capture enemy outposts. 10 points on primary puts us 23 to 10 as we head to Snurgle's turn 2 movement phase.
A little one under that. Why? These sprue marks on this guy have just been worse than the incinerator squad anyway.
Stephen Bach says from Vanguard Tactics, turn CP into VP.
Okay, just go on for shooting.
Okay, here we go.
Belfort?
Belfort targets a truck with shooting, and he takes 3 mortal wounds from a hazardous test.
Oh, that wasn't one. Okay.
On the source.
Neat.
Active put everything into the truck. Getting on grease. So the grease.
Soul Grinder into the same target. Boom, 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 boom. That's a dead truck.
I lost my truck, but I have another one waiting in the lines behind it, ready to take its place. So I am actually okay with losing this truck as well.
Let's go on to some charges.
The charges, the most important.
Charge phase now. Horticulus and friends need a 6. A 3. Built-in reroll for the win, though. That's a 10. They make it in.
I did say that I was going to fight with the plague bears there, so I'm going to commit.
Okay. You're
A
in.
9.
Plague Bears and the Storm Boys, and the Plague Bears and the Storm Boys.
That's be it for my charges. Okay, on to some fighting.
The Beast and Horticulus go into her bikes. Tanya with hard as nails for 1 command point. 3 remaining for her, and they leave the boss knob alive on a single wound. That was a bit unlucky for Snurgle. Tanya spending 2 command points to interrupt into the Plague Bears. 1 more to use Unbridled Carnage for exploding 5s to try and weather the volume incoming and thin out the number of attacks, but she only kills 1 Plague Bear. Ooh!
I guess 1 is better than none, but I'm kind of hoping for, I don't know, 4. maybe. That would have been nice.
So my green clicker is over here. For Shooter Boys. We did everybody's in. They're hitting on 4. Number 5.
I'm looking for 6.
The Scrivener will make the fight. He is hitting on 3s. Looking for 4s. Oh.
Slap-a-doo, that's the squad.
And the pink Plague Bears, 4. And those are 5s. Okay, for 6. There's 1. Yep. I'm actually happy that I killed the and the Storm Boys because she is collecting the Homer points. So if I can whittle those units, then I can siphon her from scoring anymore. Or she's gonna have to choose to use units that have shooting and fighting. So if I can kind of make her pick and choose, I'm happy with that decision. I'm also really happy with the Fighters being in her back deployment because now she's gonna have to kind of turn around to deal with them.
Folks, we have a game. 23 to 18 for Tanya after 2. Demons on her home objective, but Storm Boy's still a deep strike. We got a live one here.
You know, I've had some losses, and those Plague Bears in my deployment zone are a bit of a problem. However, I think that I might have the tools to just continue on full steam ahead with the strategy and the plan from the beginning. So we're just going to stay the path, and we're going to keep doing what we're doing to score points. Turn 3, fight! Hey, guess what time it is?
Nurgle time?
No!
Oh.
But I think it may be time to, I don't know, how do you, wow, Tanya, can you help me out?
It's time to... But first, do it really, really carefully.
Oh, it's not tea time. Okay.
No. Oh, I do have to do a battle shock.
Yes.
Oh, the Battle Shock Knob Biker dies. 10 points primary, 33-18. 1 command point for Tanya, and 3 for Snurgle.
So Tanya has called the law. I'm not too worried about it. It's still bringing her closer to me in my deployment zone, so she can come closer if she wants to.
More move blocking in her movement phase here. Lots of tactical thought. She's got to stop Snurgle from getting in close.
Those Plague Bears in my backfield are a real big problem for me. If I don't hold that objective, I don't get extra command points. So I really need to deal with them. So I'm going to move these knobs inside of the building here since they're infantry. I need to keep moving these knobs further into her deployment zone so that I can max out teleport homers.
Two command points left now for Snurgle as she overwatches into the Storm Boys with the Soul Grinder. No joy. Storm Boys in to zone out some more. That's unfortunate. Killing a couple would have helped.
All right.
Shooting phase now, and the knobs are going to deploy homers for 4 victory points.
I'm going to start with Gaz shooting into here. Okay. So he has 16 shots.
I'm not even on camera. I'm just trying to get this flat.
Gut tanks for the lulls. I love these little buggers. Oh, wow. They've killed more Plague Bears with 0 command points than 3 command points did on an entire squad of Storm Boys. That's gotta feel weird, odd, and inspiring. Go, little Gretchen!
I didn't realize how tough they are. They look so small, but they're very deceitful how tough they are.
Like all boys. So the saddle gits are not going to... So I need
2. That's 5. So I make 1.
2 damage. Okay. I'm gonna shoot Mecha Dread in here. D6 plus 3. Oh, slightly better than hitting on 3. 3. 5. Okay, kill 2. Thing is this, so I'm gonna have to do some charges. Alright, it's time. It's time for Gaz to make the charge.
Charge phase now. Here comes Gaza and the boys into the plate bearers. And it fails! Oh no! One command point on a reroll. It fails again! Oh, boy, oh, howdy!
Yes! He failed the charge! Yes! Oh, I was praying to Nurgle and he listened to me think,
The Mecha Dread charges the plate bearers.
Whee!
3 Meganauts and the boss into the third plate bearer squad.
3, because they're being led by a warboss.
Ooh, the Meganauts killed down to the Scrivener and a single plate bearer.
the Meganauts got into those plague
And one right in there they get rid of. Really sucks.
He is gonna hit him.
2 dead plague bearers for the Mecha Dread. That's it. Oof.
Okay, you're smack back.
Tiny little smackbacks.
Slapbacks for the Scrivener squad now. Kills the wounded Meganaut. Plague bearers in the Mecha Dread. Couple lethal hits, but that's it. Realm of Chaos again to pick up a unit and go back into reserve. This time a Beast of Nurgle.
It's unfortunate that I missed this.
Gaz's failed charge is a big one. That could potentially be a massive swing. That said, the Grot has so much. I wouldn't be surprised if they clean up that home objective all on their own. 21 at the end of Tanya's turn 3. No prisoners in behind enemy lines are drawn for Snurgle. He's only holding one objective for now.
Just through behind enemy lines and no prisoners. I'm really happy with these choices. I just need to kill 3 units. There's a couple units that are kind of dwindled, so if I just finish them off, I can max those points. And I already have 1 unit of plague bears in behind the enemy lines, and that piece of Nurgle ready to come down. Yeah, so my unit there needs to battle up. Okay. I get +1. They are good, but they will get these 3 plague bears back. Okay.
That failed charge from Gaza has really opened up an option of raising Tanya's home objective here, and Snurgle is really thinking about it. Bellator advancing, probably looking at using that Warp Surge strat in order to get a long charge off.
And the most important is in your deployment zone, trying to fit the plague bears and the Nurgle.
1 command point on Denizens the Warp to deep strike the Beast of Nurgle onto Tanya's home objective and start raising it. If this happens, this is huge.
Yes. Grand Clean One's finally coming to first.
The Great Unclean One is going to make the knobs -1 on top, and Wadigas will make the knobs easier to fight as they finally join the fray.
Okay, on to shooting. Let's start with the Soul Grinder.
Soul Grinder and Bellator have managed to pick up a unit of Storm Boys and shooting.
Well, the Storm Boys are now gone from the middle of the table, and that unit was potentially going to come in really handy in the later turns. So now I'm going to have to rethink my plan.
I'm going to start off with the blue Grand Clean One. So these are plus 3 attacks. Big one, a big one. Okay, just 1 damage. This is going to use his Streams of Romantic Filth into this.
Okay.
Ooh, Puke and Filth and Ooey Gooey Feasting now. Those are 4
Surprised that I only lost 1. I thought that that was going to be a lot more painful than it was, and this is really good for me because this allows me to keep doing just those teleport homers.
2 charges. Great. I think the furthest charge I have is Rodicus here, so
Okay.
let's start off with them.
Okay.
Well, I guess they're both the same, so.
I can only really pray to Broken Morka that the Nurgle demons get the same treatment that Gaz got. So let's see what happens.
Rodigus to charge, 6 inches needed, and fails. Oh no!
Oh. I need him to get in.
Okay.
I will spend my CP
Okay.
to reroll.
You could also fail it again like I did.
Yes.
You could
Can you
do that.
imagine if we mirrored our turn?
That would be hilarious.
Oh, wow! That is the worst possible outcome.
Now I know how Tanya feels. It doesn't feel good.
Great Unclean One is in, though.
Soul Grinder, charge.
Okay. Oh, look, you did.
Yeah.
The Beasts and Horticulus are into those Squighog boys.
I know. I'm gonna start off with the Soul Grinder so I can get the disappointment out of the way. We're gonna start with his Iron Claw with 5 attacks. Okay, that's 3. 16.
Oh, cute. 5. So 5 up in home. I do not.
Okay. He has the Warp Claw for extra attacks.
Okay.
So there is 6 of them. Hitting on 3s.
It takes 2 the extra attack to the Soul Grinder to kill it. Wow!
Alright, on to the Great Unclean One. Hitting on
Great Unclean One into the Meganobs. Finally takes him down.
And the next charging unit is the Beast with Horticulus.
Hardest nails of the Squighog boys,
On 4s.
but they hold. And they kill a Beast and Nurgle.
Yay, I got one. Spending the command point to make them tough, I really think was the right judgment call. And on top of that, not only did they not die, they also killed a Beast of Nurgle. Like, completely dead. There's no way that this thing is coming back. I feel really good about it.
10 points on her secondaries this turn. That brings us to 36 to 41 in Tanya's favor. Only 5 points in it again. This game is incredibly tight. Despite a distinct lack of skilling, the score is what matters. 41-36. We have an absolute slugfest on the scoreboard. Tanya's turn 4 now. Be'lakor going for Paul of Despair. So Battleshock Test resisted him, and it costs Tanya 1 knob as they are now Battleshock.
It's turn 4, and, like, this game is absolutely intense.
The Megatron gets better and heals up every turn. Gotta love those little Gretchen working away on him. Tough choices here as the crush of pus-filled flesh is about to roll over the orcs, and Tanya can stymie some movement.
I think.
Going to set up the charge for Mazra.
Well, I don't know.
Get on the objective.
I need to start pushing
Just in case I cannot
to really get all this sanding done for this Leviathan box. I think in the next boxes I will skip the assembly and like removal from the sprues and just have them ready to show paint.
Drop tanks are bringing the rain into the Plague Bearers.
Gaz is going to shoot all of his shots into the Plague Bearers.
Gazgul now, only 3 Plague Bearers left.
I have 10 rock blasters. 4. 2 more, please.
They both look there?
Truck center table's going to deploy homers, and the Mecha Dread fires into the Plague Bearers.
2, 6, 3. 4. 3. I'm going to do some charges.
This is a huge charge here. Mazrog needs a 7-inch charge into Be'lakor, and another one fails. Whoa!
Oh, Tanny fails another charge. Can she make another one?
How many failed charges this game? Command reroll, and finally the charge succeeds. However, Horticulus Slimex and his Beast Magus can intervene for free, and they do.
I'm going to charge in the rock tanks into your Plague Bearers. I'm going to double charge it.
Grot tanks charge both home objective units. Gaza finally makes a charge.
Gaz finally made a charge. What is this, turn 4? He's finally made a stinking charge.
And the Mega Dread hits the Plague Bears. I think Tanya's going to be able to clear her home objective here.
This is really interesting, and I want to see how this goes.
Mothra first. Bellacore tanks it all. That's absolutely freaking huge.
Oh,
So unfortunately,
Gonna survive.
I want to paint this guy.
Gaz? Okay. So Gaz,
Because I want to be able to paint the inside. This is like the first thing
Beast of Nurgle, and
that everything
Megadon
gets stuck to.
lays that squad. That too is huge.
so then I'm going to go in with the
So, yeah.
Mega Dread picks up those Plague Bears.
I pretty much can't assemble
Alright. See if my
hardly anything on here.
in the past.
Bellacore claps back. 3 saves, 12 wounds into Mozrog, 4 of Feel No Pains, and he takes 4. Down to 5 wounds.
Oh my goodness, that was so many big, scary attacks coming in at Mozrog, and he did it. He survived.
To the beast units that
Okay.
heroically intervene.
Okay, will this be heroic?
Can attach or attach shin guards. I don't think I need them off for paint. Does that overlap that? It does. Great.
Lock and shear.
Never mind, I don't want this on because I want to be able to paint that and then paint this.
Hey.
Back to bags.
Okay. Okay.
These two.
I'm gonna grab a pen.
Hitting on 5 or hitting on 5.
Sturgill spending a command point again to pick up the Plague Bears and the Spoilpox Scrivener. Ooh, Mozrog's charge is a big-time gamble. If he survives this coming round of shooting, it could be lights out for Sturgill. However, he has to weather the storm, or the midboard will collapse, and Grandfather's blessings will flow into the Ark deployment zone with all of its ooey-gooey goodness. Whew. Tight game. 56-36 in Tanya's favor. Bonus command point for Sturgill. Discarding cleanse for extended battle lines out of command points. 41-56 Tanya's favor.
7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What? Excuse me?
Great here. This is a tough bonus point. Where to fall
Hold
back?
on.
Where to attack?
Oh yeah, the shin. Oh, yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I forgot those were stuck together already.
And the great unclean one to minus toughness to the knobs of on to shooting.
Bellacore fires into Mozrog. Tanya spends the command point on Arda's nails. 4 wounds and feel the pain. Keep Moz up and 2 wounds left.
Is going to put everything.
This is my. Ooh.
And Mozrog.
Terminator.
Good lord, the hot plate. What's happening?
Yep.
It just didn't make it. Disappointing. So the soul runners have put all this stuff in the okay. I'll throw the hose again and shoot it.
Mega Dread getting shot now. Nothing.
Ross is here. It's here. It did.
Running bracket into the
Another done. Or mostly. I can do this guy next. That's my only character left. And then I've got these 5 down here.
The soul grinder.
And I believe I still have a squad of 10 as well. So I got.
Soul Grinder starts us off.
Oh wait, no, these are also 5. There's 2 5s.
Hitting on two.
It is just 2 5s. Okay, so I will do my apothecary. What is that? biologists. Next. He is somewhere in here.
Bossrog is dead, but at what
I
cost?
think these are Terminators. I think that's part of him. Which means it might be on that one.
That is going to be 4 damage. And then Stompy Feet.
Nope, that's not him because those aren't the scissory pants.
Bossrog held up the entire midboard and cost Nurgle extend battle lines. 5 secondary points. That makes this an 11-point game as we head to turn 5. What a
There
game.
is
56-45.
my Burgess thing. He's got to be on this because that's part of him for sure.
Maybe she's tired and she can make a mistake, and I can kind of capitalize on that.
He's just on this one. We'll set these aside.
The win, it's so close. Our points are just level almost as I'm catching.
Okay.
I think I got this.
It's been 4 really.
At an hour and 20 and I only have a captain out. I'm so slow.
Good. Battleshock test passes 66-45.
Gonna get 10 points on the primary, and I'm gonna get my secondaries.
So I need
the only thing that
one.
I can do
Where's one?
to stop Haley from scoring any more points, but let's just see what I can do here.
There's
Daniels
two.
is
Is two
making sure of
part of
securing
that?
her win here. She's splitting her forces
It
up to
is.
get to be where she needs to.
But where's one? There's 4. Okay, so the small ones are spread out, unfortunately. 21.
So the saddle gits are gonna go into the beast of Nurgle, and then the stickers are gonna go into Bellator. We'll do the saddle gits first.
The Squighog Riders.
I don't see this. I'm blind.
Mid-table
59.
Yes.
2.
The war boss is picked up.
Okay. We can punch it out here, there. Like,
Yeah, 4 attacks. Okay. Hitting on 2s, 3s, 4s. Okay, 1, fail. That's 4 damage. Okay. Rider's gonna fight.
Yawn.
Soul Grinder into the Mega Dread, takes it down to 3 wounds. Realm of Chaos again, and she's picked up the Beast of Nurgle. 71-45 in Tanya's favor here. What has Snurgle got in her pockets? Battleshock succeeds with the Soul Grinder, and she's going to score primate bottom of turn.
I don't see one.
and now I need to draw some tactical missions. I still have extend battle line. Feel pretty confident that I'm going to take that objective. Last one, storm, castle. Need to get that
49.
on to
7. 4.
on to advance these guys.
13. Those are heads, but not it. 28. That's not it either.
Plague bears are going to advance.
There's no way it's not on this one, I would think. However, I am just not seeing
They're
it.
going to advance. Kind of hoping to go a little bit faster, but. And Beast of Nurgle's gonna just come down and hang out with Mr. Rogers. Alrighty, let's do some shooting. Okay, so Soul Rider first. So he's gonna put everything into the dress. So with the Harvester Cannon, 3 attacks. With the Force, 3 up. Ooh.
Wait, the head's 4. One is the body. I mean, that is helpful, because I know what I'm looking for at least. It's 5, 10, 1, right there.
She's extended and stormed and scored, but that is not
I'm a
enough.
dummy.
It's a 6-point deficit. What a finish. What a game. That is going to be one of the most well-played tactical matches we've had on the channel in a long time, if not ever. 81 to 75 in favor of Tanya the War Mistress. Amazing play, Tanya. Congrats on your victory. And Kaylee, Nurgle Snurgle, what can we say but well played?
2.
Man, oh man, do I want to see a rematch. Special thanks to this episode's sponsor, Frontline Gaming. Make sure to check out our affiliate link below. We appreciate the support Frontline has given us over the years, and by using the affiliate link, you can support them and us. Big time thanks to all of you for watching. If you like what we do, please consider supporting us through YouTube membership or Patreon. You'll get exclusive releases as well as
I'm seeing that the combi weapon lieutenant is also on here, so that is yet another one that I have to build off of this. I have so much to do just for these.
Everybody, this is JT, the voice of Play On, saying, until the next time you see us in the far-flung future of a grim, dark universe, play on.
Tanya, thank you so much for being my opponent today on Play On Tabletop and getting to see your amazing aura.
1 through 11.
Never forget this. Let's do it again.
Kaylee, thank you so much for coming out and visiting my friends at Play On Tabletop. It was so amazing to get to meet you in person after being your internet friend for many years. And it was so awesome to see your beautifully painted army. It's always such a treat to be able to play against another army that has so much love and care and attention put into it.
To everyone out there watching, just remember that it doesn't matter if you win or lose. Someone's going to lose, and it's okay to lose. And all that matters is having a fantastic game, because the dice tell stories that you will remember forever.
Oh, little one there still. Itty bitty guy. Uh-oh. Found it. It's okay here. I have 1, 2, let's see, 3. cut out 3. 3 right there. Yeah, it was a bit of a pain. That'll need some sanding. 3, 4, 5, 6, 87, 8. Oh, 7 and 8. I've already got 9, 10, and 11. So just these 2. I am good to go. Another video. Ooh, Chaos Knights.
powers of ruin constantly vie for right to invade. And Bellator himself has decided these dark mechanical monstrosities do not worry of wreaking havoc in the Dark God's name. This is 40K in 40 minutes. Dark Mighty Battle. Greetings, 40K fans. Your host, JC, the most fun here with the titanic battle of Dark Forces. Tycho brings a plethora of big demons to face movements Chaos Knight in what certainly will be a slam bang, knockdown, drag out, complete carnage of a match.
Hey everyone, Ruben here. I am here to play Chaos Knight today. We're going to run some beautiful, beautiful models painted by our lovely friends over at RW.
Movement brings a Knight Despoiler with Traitor's Heart, a Knight Tyrant with the Aura of Terror, and a scattering of War Dogs, Swordsman, 2 Executioners, a Brigand, and a Carnivore, and almost all of these Knights were done for us by RW this episode from. That Carnivore can be nasty on the charge, but really the key to keep those big guys firing is they hit victory.
They have been truest form of chaos. The very essence of what it means to bring terror.
On. Out of 11.
Great unclean one with the endless gift, Lord of Chains with the Everstab, Rodigus, and Shalaxi Hellbane with a wee pile of Nerdwing. Shalaxi is designed to kill monsters and vehicles. I predict it will actually get in. He could potentially pick up with a Spoiler, a Tyrant, and a War Dog all on her own. Today's deployment is sweeping engagement, so long edges and angled deployment. Priority targets is our mission with potential double scoring at the end of turn 5, should any models be left, and supply line. So if players control their home objective, they'll gain an extra command point on a 4-up at the start of their command phase.
There's some really amazing paint on the table today. This is going to be a beautiful battle no matter what happens.
Looks like everything is going to be on the table except for Tycho's Nerdlings are going to be crushed.
2.
craft protection, so signal skill.
Three.
A quick look at deployment here. Both players are deployed on the line and ready to go. These guys really aren't messing around today, so let's go to turn one.
For chaos!
For chaos!
I don't have to go first. Best of luck to you, sir. Good luck, sir.
This episode is brought to you by our friends at RW. A word of caution. Think twice before diving.
4, and I'm actually going to snap these together because I believe I can paint these just like this just fine. So it snaps together down there, as well as up here on this arm.
Event that you simply cannot afford to miss. Visit their Black Friday site, link is in the description, and sign up on the promotion page to get all the latest updates. Don't be the one to hear about it afterward, be the one who lived it. Embrace the legend with RW Studio. Now, back to the action. Looks like Tycho's got first turn. No extra
Nice. Good looking little canister arm thing.
Oh, I get to go first. I'm not super stoked about that. I wanted to go stretch in and make sure. But you know what? I'm pretty quick. I have a plan.
Belcour's using Wreath and Shadows, giving him an effective
2 and 3 go together, which is this guy, and it'll be this guy, but I gotta knock some stuff down.
Make him pay with Overwatch. And he does nothing. That leads to a command point. Unfortunate.
I'm too fast. Too zoomy. Yeah, just dodging all over the place. Auto cannon shot. Zooming past my things.
Tycho advancing up the board here. Just like a control objective in his charge phase. That means
Oh yeah. Get the Andy marks off the boot. Wow. Get them Andy marks off that boot. There we go. Okay. Put this little guy in place.
Against your deployment? Yeah. I do a devastating wound. Haha. How much damage? What? Down to 21 wounds remaining. And 6. Yo. Shalax is obsessed with this poor dog here that has all the guns. 5. Can't make a thing for left. So 5 builder. 5d3 damage. Okay.
oh wow! I told you he was dangerous.
The executioner is
Okay.
fantastic work. We've already established this.
Same thing. So that's 2 and 2. That's 4, 5. Is this the piece the head goes into? It's not. That goes onto the back. Nice.
Charging his bloodthirster despite the advance and fails.
The head will go in there.
Rodigus failed. The great unclean one failed. Shalaxi Hellbane, however, is in.
Corn doesn't seem to want it. The blood canister is not in. So that's such a cool move. It was a fantastic idea. Oh well. All right, you want to horribly murder this thing? I super want to horribly murder that. That's gonna be good. Nicholas, big one. 5d6 plus 10.
That's gone. This will be gone.
Another executioner. I'm running out of things. I need to take care of that. So the 2 executioners are dead, the brigand is alive, and he's going to kick Relaxing in the chin. Nothing. But what I expected from feet.
But that's going to force that brigand to fall back or stand and fight Nickster. I don't think he wants to be in combat with Shalaxi. Hell of a start from Tycho here. 2 dead executioners. This is starting behind enemy lines for a command point, but no other scoring. them at the end of a turn or beginning of a turn. He draws cleanse and extends battle line. This player's got a great round of secondary, but extend battle line is possible. Move it to 2 standpoint, and Tycho's in the team. Get one up, 4 up, start the turn.
Everything is meant to close. I'm gonna move closer. I've got plenty of targets for my war dog. I've got plenty of targets for tyrants and select.
Friggin' falls back out of combat. That's really smart. And Shalaxi is 100% going to pick him up if he doesn't do that.
So yeah, this is gonna be a really he's got a lot of big guys, and I'm kind of standing around looking at them. Here we go. So I will spend 1 command point for my defense for Red Hounds, and I'm going to select both of the huntsmen. So I will start with the huntsman in the back to start shooting into the bloodthirster.
Tycho spends a command point for reroll safe for 1.
Ah, hands cramp,
Oh,
cramping my style.
8 damage? 8 damage total. Oh no! That's 10 wounds remaining. That's okay, because the other huntsman's gonna do the same thing. Alrighty. Do we proud this time? Oh, save 2. Togo Melta. Reroll them to cannon. Yes. Okay, so the Knight Despoiler is going to unload everything, all the shooting, all the guns, into Bellator. I'm stealthy. -1 to hit you. Heidi, I'm still gonna shoot you with everything.
Okay. The spoiler splashes some moves around. Really, Shalaxi is the issue.
Take 1. So 3 damage. 3 damage puts you down to 15 remaining. You tried, buddy. You still got your big whopper. I've still got the big whopper, brother. I didn't realize how terrifying Shalaxi is. Shalaxi's gonna run right through my army here. So, Shalaxi must die. I get it.
Oh, the tyrant is Shalaxi. Can't fault him for this. Save the mini metal move, and they go into the bloodthirster.
I'm gonna start with the 2 another gun first. Heal. It goes through. It goes through. Damn it. Oh, the full damage. Who knew that? Nope. Where the
Doop, 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 doop,
that
doop.
wow.
Ball my pieces around.
Shalaxi holds strong. D6. Hey, I just have to play. 2 saves, 18-0 into Shalaxi.
Oh, stretch. Okay.
Man reroll for movement. He's down to 0. 5 damage to Shalaxi.
I go up. I will 1, take 4, not 15. And now for the one that we're all waiting for. Uh-oh. Look at that. 2 shots. Okay, I can handle that. Looking for 3s. It's a ball. Uh-oh. What do you got? 2. Strength 20. Oh, it's a big strength. It's a big one. Oh, was it ball? That's a mistake. Oodles of AC. I don't get it all. I will try not to. Shalaxi! Oh no, I failed both of them. I'm gonna spend a command point. Reroll one of those, because I got it. Oh, both of them get through. D6 plus 8. Hey, 6 of these. 6 of these to survive. Shalaxi! Oh, I think I did it. I think I did it.
Last one.
Not enough, but it's up. All that firepower from the tyrant, and Shalaxi lived with 4 wounds. One's over. Oh, failed over here. Alright. Wow, that was intense. That was. Believe it's time to start charging things. Alright.
The spoiler charges the great unclean one. The carnivore slams into Rodigan.
You know what? Let's start with the little carnivore that. Oh yeah, we're going straight with the slaughter claw. Looking for 2, 6 attack. 4 of them as it is. Down to 15, I believe. Next up, the Despoiler. 4 attacks into the Great 15 one. Oh, 4. And this was the 5th. That flat 8 is terrifying. I thought the plot is terrifying. Absolutely. I thought I was like, Rodriguez is gonna hold on.
Slapping back now, the Green and Clean one does no damage.
Okay, dude, it's okay. Let's see Rodriguez. Rodriguez. Goodbye, little carnivore. We tried. Or not! I do 8 damage.
Oh, wow! Rodriguez has taken the carnivore down to 4 wounds remaining. And in round 1, nobody scored anything. Ruben has discarded cleanse. Tycho still has engaged. And Ruben does battle line. Heading into turn 2.
My plan going into turn 2. Keep the beatings up. Ruben returns.
Tycho choosing reroll battle shots as well as finish test and teleport aura. 4+ to get a command point. Success. Tycho scores 5 on primary and spends the command point to corrupt his home objective, meaning he's going to hold it until movement can take. Both Be'lakor and Rodriguez succeed in their battle shock test and heal up.
Secondary.
And now Tycho's drawn cleanse.
Smelling bubble.
What are his demons? Scrubbing bubbles. Shalaxi moves forward to this spoiler to go for that big kill. Tycho really doesn't have to move much. He's just setting up both of his charges.
Let's start shooting things. I need to find whether the storm and me just me turn things around. I'm like, Shalaxi Hellbane. Let's see you do it again. Let's rock that. You just throw a little riggins. 3 up. Oh, okay. That's 1 wound at -2. For 4. Ooh. 2. 8. Oh, that didn't. Okay.
One more down. That one was much faster. That captain was awful. Apparently the Terminator armor is not easy to get the stuff off of.
The bride.
Two.
Same guy.
Just one. Yes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
We got the phone. For the good old Rodriguez. One. Doesn't he know? Down to 16. Woohoo! And then TJ for Be'lakor. Also 1. Hooray! Huntsman's also in range. Oh, what? 6 inches. He takes the 2. Oh! So Huntsman is down to 7 wounds remaining. Alright, okay.
Ooh, E.
The Lord of Change. He's going to slip by his Rod of Sorcery, and he's going to spoiler, and his Bolt of Change.
That is the apothecary.
Let's do him first. I don't like it at all.
Hands.
The Lord of Change takes down the frigate. That's huge.
Rod of Sorcery.
Oh, I'm stretching. Stretching more. Need to do this captain next.
Be'lakor charges the Huntsman. He's in. Lord of Change into the spoiler.
Welcome, Crickethy. I don't know. I'm being quiet. I know that I am. I'm being boring again. I'm doing basically the same thing I was last week. I am de-spruing and then sanding down the edges from where these things get knocked out of the sprues. My next thing, so I just put together this, took out this guy and got all of this stuff ready. I just realized I didn't do his base. Disregard, I got to do one more thing for that guy. But I'm just, that's Terminator Captain. This guy. I missed his base, apparently. So I just need to knock this off.
Primary points only as we head to turn 2.
I'm gonna make do with what I've got. Best stuff I can.
Ruben's running gains no front, and he gains an extra command point. Hard up against it.
These objective cards are the bane of my existence. Why?
Still have a score of 5-5. Maybe said it would be higher, but no, these guys have talked about secondary. Just try to kill each other. I love it.
Are you gonna charge Shalaxi with a
I-
timer? Oh god, no.
Okay.
Shalaxi's getting the melt gun to the plate. Oh. I learned to put with the hunting first, and it's just all the melt
Good.
time into. Okay.
Michael uses his vulnerability on front floor. Gamma looks at him. He's gonna let him reroll one on his saving throw.
Oh, look, the melt gun on top. It boomed. Okay, so that didn't go any way that I thought it would. So, let's feel what a time to do. I'm going to split fire for days here.
Oh boy!
Everyone's gonna hate me for this. Everyone's gonna hate me for this.
Splitting fire. We all know how I feel about this, but let's let Movement explain.
Also, battle cannon and the two magic.
And last one.
It's more of where I want to put the volcano lamps and the plasma.
Done. Oh, I consider this very tedious, but I do enjoy it anyway. You've seen me play Minecraft and shit like that is extremely tedious when I do like really long stuff. I feel like this is in a similar realm for me. But yeah, no, I'm doing the most tedious part of it actually right now, where I'm getting all the stuff out of the sprues, sanded down, like ready for paint. Well, ready for prime. And then once I have a bunch of stuff that, like, especially, I want to get a bunch of stuff that is going to be painted similarly, like the same colors. I want to get them all ready like this, which I have a lot right now already, but I want to finish the Leviathan box anyway. I literally have this guy, this little unit here, these 5 guys, and then this unit of these 5 guys and the little extra thing there. I believe those are the last of my... Yeah, because I already did the librarian. Yeah. So I just gotta do this guy, and then I can start on the squads. The squads go semi-faster, because it's not that I don't care about them as much, it's that they're a unit, so like, people aren't looking at those as closely, so I will just go faster with them. But I want to make sure that anything that's like an individual character like these, I want them to look really nice. So I am spending my time, or taking my time. Oh yeah. So for starter, I guess here, let me go to the back of. There's a lot of rules stuff. So this is what I built first. Actually, it's one that I actually semi have assembled, but that's because when I paint it, it'll be easy enough to paint while it's assembled. So I built this guy first. This guy actually has some pieces that can just pop off so that I can paint underneath here super easily, which is nice. But this is a dreadnought. So those come off, and then this front plate super easily pops off. So I can paint all this stuff underneath here, and then see where that cover plate just like this shows through there. So I can just paint underneath there, and then this will pop right back in. And I can already have that down in there painted. So that kind of shows the concept of why I'm leaving this stuff separated. Because then I can, like, same with the sides, I can paint all this stuff down in here, including with this off. I can paint everything down in here. And then once this is all popped on, I can just assemble it back together really easily. And I will have a painted unit. That being said, let me grab my codex, actually. Because I have the actual, like, full codex that shows all the rules. One sec, I left it over here. So this is the actual rule book that will show me the stats for the different things. So for example, let me just go to an index. That same one that I was just pointing at, it is a ballistus dreadnought. Do these go by dreadnought first? Hold on. Data sheets. Oh, dreadnoughts are down here. Dreadnought, ballistus dreadnought, page 170. Sorry, the only light I have in here is my main light. I'll before I start painting, I'll get a better light that goes somewhere above my camera and then like shines down from the front. That way you don't get this glare while I'm painting. But I'm gonna go over to 170. So this up here I can actually zoom a little zoomy zoom. So this guy, like, these are your stats. When you make a range attack, this little bullet thing means I can pick of the two different styles of stats whenever I shoot. And then when I'm shooting, I can shoot every weapon that he has equipped. So this guy, for example, the ballistus las cannon is the big laser arm. This is considered a las cannon. So he has that equipped, so he can shoot all of these. He has the missile launcher, which is obviously the other arm, which is the one that I have to choose between attacks. They do different styles of attacks. So like the frag one does more hits in general. It does 2d6 hits. So I roll 2d6 dice, and the number that comes out is the number of hits that I actually roll. That's really good against like infantry, so like smaller units, because they all have like low hit points. And then the crack attack with it has AP -2, so like it's really good against vehicles. So he actually has a variation in his attacks for stuff like that. I don't even know what else I'm really needing to explain. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about the detachment that I was going to go with. Let me see if I can find chapters, Space Marine chapters in here. Oh shoot, it might be in these pages that aren't labeled. I don't know, I'll just start flipping. These books are really cool. Oh hey, there's a little picture of the guys that I'm gonna go with. They're called Imperial Fists. They're in the yellow armor. They have a lot of cool lore. Literally all of this is lore stuff. I love that it shows like these. So these symbols down here, it's giving me a lore explanation of what these mean, which I love because when I'm painting these, I have these things called transfers. Let me grab them. So these things essentially are I don't even know what the paper is called, but it's on transfer paper. So these little decals, literally, like, you can cut it out, soak it in like a lacquer, like a paint finish stuff, and when you soak it in it, the logo itself will come off into the liquid, and you can move this onto, like, I can just like wipe it from that, then onto this surface after I've already done painting. Yeah, there's a bunch of different dreadnoughts. So this one specifically doesn't have any different kits for it, as far as like some things have things that say battle gear. The battle gear things are where you can literally, like, if you have multiple different arms, you can only have like 2 arms equipped, and like you can swap them out depending on the model. This one only has the 2 arms available for it, but I mean, they're pretty good guns in general, so like I don't think I would really swap them out anyway. But yeah, no, the transfer sheets are really cool. And then this stuff down here is explaining some of the lore for these tiny little ones. Where am I looking? These. So, is there battle roll? There's battle roll, but that's not what I'm looking for. Those are also explosive ones. There should be, I mean, kind of. The chevron means fire support down here, so anything that it literally says like the type of squads that you put these on. Oh yeah. So I'm going Imperial Fist. So I'll explain that in a second here. But I love that with these, so like it literally tells me what the roles are and then like what kind of units typically fall under them. So like these little chevrons are usually fire support. So like aggressors, centurions, devastators, those are like your bigger units versus like battle line, which is your little arrows here. Those are going to be like your, I mean anything that's like the bulk of your force is battle line. It's like your infantry, what you actually think of your infantry. But the transfer sheets apparently have like really come up in quality, and I'm really excited to use them. I'm terrified because I don't know how to use them. Like I have watched videos, I just haven't done it myself. So these scare me, but I can't wait. Oh yeah, some of the ones that I was talking about earlier that I was trying to like mention, whatever. They're in white up here, so they're really hard to see. But these are ones that I meant. Anyway. Oh, I didn't talk about chapter planets. So well, I'm just looking at what the lore says real quick. The different chapters are what you're talking about with the salamanders and everything. So salamanders are like flamethrower heavy troops. They're all painted green, and then they use flamethrowers a lot. They're really cool. They were the other one that I was really considering doing. Um, does this actually show? I love this first company. Like it's actually talking about the lore of the different companies. Blade Guard veteran squads. So these are going to be Ultramarines. Actually, they got red logos. I don't know what those are considered then. I'm hoping to see one that has my guys. Because like the Ultramarines are like the bulk. Like they're the biggest chapter. They're the ones that are like most associated with the actual Emperor. There's another dreadnought that's from my unit. Chapter support, armory. Come on, I was hoping to show chapters. I love some of this. The pictures and stuff in these books are just awesome. Like this. I really hope. Okay, hey, yeah, here. So, Blood Angels and Dark Angels. Space Wolves. This is what Kyle's playing as. Kyle has Space Wolves. He has a pretty dope army, actually. You're in the D&D chat, right? You should be able to see this. Kyle's army. But this talks about what he is a lot. I don't know a whole lot about the Space Wolves, really. Here's the Salamanders. The Salamanders are, like, flame heavy. Like, they have flames in their armor. And like, the torches are a pretty, like, big thing that, like, you see people added to them a lot. As well as these like dragon scale looking things, like people will use green stuff as molding, whatever, and add that onto them. Here's me, the Imperial Fist, Sons of Dorn. Dorn is apparently a pretty cool Primarch. I don't know a whole lot about him, honestly. I just they fit my style in general. I know because like they're defensive. I love not tower defense, but like I love building up defenses and stuff like that. And so like I feel like being a defensive player in general, these are actually fitting my play style a lot. This is just the lore with them. I can mention what I mean, you can play any detachment with any army now within the Space Marines. But oh, that's kind of cool. It shows actually the iconography. That's cool. It even shows these little things like what these mean. It doesn't really mention what like a checker pattern or whatever means. Fire support marine equipped with eradicator role, 9th company, 3rd squad. These are some of the real small chapters. It's kind of cool to see as well.
Just fine. Totally ignored your explosion. But the one that matters. Bellacore. Oh,
Sorry, I'm reading.
Bellacore goes splat. That's Bellacore explode. Oh no.
That would be really cool for me to do like a couple. If I did like a small unit as the Hammers of Dorn. Just mix those into my army.
Knockdown, drag out. Say it with me, folks. Slobber knocker of a match.
Apparently I guess I could probably read this out loud. It's not even on screen, so this one has Hammers of Dorn. Founded in the 41st millennia, the Hammers of Dorn have already proven themselves during hundreds of campaigns, including the bitterly fought, I don't know how that's pronounced, Achilles Crusade against the Word Bearers, and the Nightfire Wars against the Tau. The Hammers of Dorn are a stringent codex chapter and uphold precepts of Gilliman's scriptures with exacting precision. I know Gilliman's like a huge...
Thank you to all of you for watching. If you like what we do, please consider supporting us through YouTube membership or Patreon.
Yeah. Let me go to the detachments, actually, and I'll kind of describe, like, the base. So, up here, it'll be 106. I don't even know what page I'm on. 60-something.
Thank you so much, Moving. What a fantastic showing. 4 beautiful models. Psycho, that was fantastic. I had a hell of a lot of fun.
Okay, so the most generic one that like a lot of people play. Let me actually zoom you out just a hair. The most generic one that people play is this one, just the Gladius Strike Force. It's like the main one that was just like released first, and then I don't know. It has what was the main? Not fire discipline. Those are enhancements. Attachment rules. Yeah, this. So at the start of your combat, or sorry, at the start of your command phase, you can select one of the combat doctrines listed below. So this one actually, like at the beginning of your turn, like the command phase is what the turn order starts at. So at the beginning of your turn, you can choose one of these things, and there's 3 different things that you can choose for your buff for the round if you play as these guys. So, for example, one of them is Devastator Doctrine. It says the Codex Astartes details the strategic value of overwhelming firepower applied to key targets while advancing into position to eliminate threats. This unit is eligible to shoot in a turn which it has advanced. So there's things where you have during a move phase, you can move your units like movement indicator thing, and then you can also roll to advance, which lets you move 1d6 closer, I believe it is. Or it might be a preset amount. Don't call me on any of that, I forget. But if you've advanced, you can't shoot in the same round, because like it's like you like running a little bit instead of shooting during the round. So this one lets you do both in the same round. The next one, Tactical Doctrine. Well, actually, so basically this one lets you diversify between rounds, kind of what you're doing between these 3 things, versus what I'm playing as, Anvil Siege Force. My main thing, and it's really the only thing, notice how much less I have over here. It literally just says, so I'll give the little script. It says, Shield of the Imperium. Across blood-drenched battlefields within towering citadels and isolated orbital stations, the Angels of Death throw back tides of traitors, mutants, xenos, and heretics, and purge enemy holdings of foes thanks to their disciplined strategies and fighting skills. All who oppose them are met with volleys of deadly accurate firepower long before they reach the Battle Brothers' razor-sharp blades. So, what that actually does in battle, ranged equipped Adeptus Astartes models, so that's going to be pretty much anything in my army. So, ranged equipped models from your army have the heavy ability. It's in parentheses because it's like a term for weapon stats. If such a weapon already has this ability, each time an attack is made with that weapon, if the attacking model's unit remains stationary this turn, add 1 to the wound roll. So, real quick, if I already know what the heavy thing does, the heavy makes it so that whenever you attack, if you haven't moved that turn, it adds 1 to your hit roll. So it makes you more likely to hit for everybody if they don't move. And then it also, I just want to find somebody as an example. Zoom it back in. I don't want a captain. It's just some guys. Here. Intercessor Squad is generic, so their weapons don't have the heavy tag, or so, I guess they can. So like bolt rifle can have assault and heavy on it, but I think that falls under their war gear. The Intercessor Sergeant's close weapon can be swapped for blah blah blah. Swap for a grenade launcher. I'm not sure then. But basically it says heavy here. So whenever something has heavy, if they stand still, this roll, every time you attack something or like go to attack, you roll and it will hit on a, like for this one for example, you roll D3 attacks and then you hit on a 3+. Actually zoom that in further. Yeah, way in there. Get all up in that. No. So here. So actually let's go down to just like the bolt rifle, for example. So from that's how far you can shoot, and then you roll 2 attacks, like you get to attack twice with it, and then on a 3+ of that d6 it'll hit, but with it being heavy, if I stand still I get to add 1 to this roll, so basically it's hitting on a 2+, which is pretty good, like you hit more often. And then what these other stats mean is your strength here, whenever you do finally hit, you roll, or you look at a chart that is based off of your strength versus the other person's toughness, which is up here. And if they're the same, I think it hits on like a 4+. If it's lower, like their toughness is lower, it hits on a 3+, and yada yada. If it's double, it's on like a 2+, and so on. If I have heavy already on here with my detachment, I get to add 1 to this roll as well, which AP also is minusing from them. Or that's minusing from theirs, sorry. It's... But yeah. That's the to wound roll, and then the AP is just, it is... They get to roll after I hit to see if they can not take the wound from... It varies, actually. Sorry, I've been talking for a little bit. I've been talking for 3 minutes since you messaged. Some Marines have fought each other in certain circumstances, but the biggest thing with Marines is there's actually Chaos Space Marines. Okay, it is. Do I have... I bet this shows up on here just fine. Will that show? Yeah, it's showing. So let me go back. That's my Space Marine stuff. So within the armies, there are Chaos Space Marines, and they're like the ones that got corrupted and are no longer like under the Empire. They actually, that's a whole big thing in lore with Horus Heresy, where the Emperor's son Horus like betrayed him and like took a bunch of the legions with him, and they fought back, like they fought with each other. Um, some of these look really cool. I don't know if I can. Oh yeah, yeah, you can see like that guy looks pretty cool. They've got like a quite a bit different like art style. They're like demonic. Pretty cool. But yeah, there's a lot to do with that lore style stuff. I am rusty face. Ah. You want to see the giant mess I have down here? Keep going. So that is my airbrush, or my compressor for my airbrush. I got the airbrush is sitting there next to it. I got compressor, 2 airbrushes, a little airbrush cleaning kit. These are like some of the next sprues that I need to build. I also have up here. Nope, not that one. This one. That's all my Tyranid stuff sitting here, and then there's also more down there. But yeah, I got a lot to build still. I want to at least like get my Space Marines from the Leviathan box all built. I mean, I'm gonna get them painted, but like I want to get them. My kind of goal today is to at least get them out of their sprues and then sanded down to where they're ready for paint and all that, and then tomorrow whenever I get off work, I gotta reorganize some stuff so I'm more ready to paint, and I'll hopefully start painting tomorrow. I'm gonna use the restroom. Be right back. I'm put a couple things away, put my codex away, put that guy away. I think I've got enough time to build my lieutenant. Or let me go back down here. Way back. Yeah, right there. I'm gonna get my lieutenant all cut out, sanded, which will put me at about my 3 hour mark, which is what I've been roughly doing for my streams. I think I'm gonna do a second stream today. But I want to get him cut out, put away, and I'm going to run and get some tape and stuff. I definitely need tape. I'm trying to think of what else I want before I start painting. But I know there's a few things I'm gonna want for painting, and I will go grab some of that stuff. Hmm. Sure. Put that. Well, I can leave that on that edge. Put these back. Brew. Oh, grab a little drinky drink. Ah. Okay, it's all empty. Water. Okay. Up next. So 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. 13 through 20. Okay. Here's my 13. There's 15 and 16. Teen's done. 16's right here. Come on. I'll need 19. There's 14. 13, 14, 15, 16. I need 17, 18. There's both 17 and 18. I already grabbed 19. Here's 20. What does it go to? It goes to 20. I am not sure which ones these are. They can't be Terminators. They got to be the other one. What are these? Stern Guard Veteran? Is that what those guns are? Maybe. I don't know. What the heck is... I don't even know what this is. Looks like something from my cleaning kit. I don't recall that. Bent, whatever it is. Well, it's definitely airbrush related. I just found this on my floor. I don't remember seeing this in any of the kits. I just am not sure what it goes to. But it looks like airbrushes can just sit in those. Problem is, I don't know where that would go on this, so it only leads to this. No. Nope. Not there. I don't know. I'll toss all my airbrush stuff and maybe find where it goes. That'll be setup stuff for later. Not even on frame, am I? Guy's gone. That guy could be gone a little better. One. Good enough for me. 2. That guy is gonna be a bit of a pain, perhaps. Not too bad. I don't know if you're back or not, Krigothi, but this is the majority of what I've been doing. Just what you saw earlier, clipping it off the sprue and then sanding down where they come off. Really? And the neck. Pain in my neck. Needs some sand up in his neck too. That should never be able to be seen anyway, but it's knocked down a little bit. Regardless. Love that blade. Little drips of blood coming down it. For what I'm doing with my army, I don't think that this guy's even very good for me. But he looks awesome. Nito Berrito. Another bag. What should that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is the Phobos Lieutenant bag. That went very quickly. I should be starting these guys or the Terminators next. Terminators look like a pain in the butt. Just because they're domed heads. So I will be starting back next time in a little bit here with the Stern Guard veterans here and here, and then hopefully pressing with the Terminators right after. Hopefully I get all of these out and done today. And if I do, I just may set up my paint stuff, do a little paint job on my little tape measure. Should be fun. All right, well, stream. I will be back in a little bit. Oops, let me face you. Oh, not a coward. Look me in the eyes. Not that close, or not that high. Yes. I will be grabbing some stuff from I don't know, probably go to Hobby Lobby. And then be starting back with this. I think, I don't know, maybe I'm hopeful. I think with one more about 3-hour stream, which I'm assuming I'll be gone for hour and a half. Puts me to 8 or so. It's usually when I try to cut off my stream anyway. Should hopefully be able to have all of these out and prepped. And I can figure out some other stuffs. Alright. See y'all in a little bit. Peace.